Hello and welcome to class. You're viewing this video because you've just signed up for the Police Test Tutors online course to help you pass the Pellet B. So welcome. And I'd like to use this video right here as an orientation tutorial. Now, in the orientation email you've received, you're given the course website, which is right up here, profdaniels.coursesites.com. That is the URL for your classroom. So you can either click the link that I gave you in your orientation email, or you can just remember this in your favorites in your browser. Okay, so once you are at this link here, go ahead and click the orange login that's in the upper right hand side. You're going to see my courses down here. I don't want you to click that. I want you to click the login. So once you do that, it's going to take you to your username and password. Now, obviously, your username is not Prof. Daniels. That's mine. And my password, which you can't have. But you've got your own, right? So you enter in your username. Usually it is your first initial, your last name, and then, of course, your assigned password. Go ahead and enter that now and click Login. And once you hit Login, you're going to see a screen. And for right now, it's a special screen because Blackboard, which owns Course Sites, is upgrading and updating their website. So we're going to be moving over to this new website, but not right now. So please do not click on the check it out now, and please do not click either one of these links because that's the new site and we're not in there yet. We're still in the old site. So if you scroll down just a little bit, you're going to see my courses and Police Test Tutors. That's what you need to click to get into the actual class. Right here, you're not going to have this because this is instructor tools, so you're not going to see that, okay? But you are going to see my courses and Police Test Tutors, so go ahead and click to that. And this is going to put you into the actual class. Now, the heart of the course is on the left-hand side navigation pane. And you're going to see orientation video, which is the video you're watching now, if you need to see it again. And you're going to see practice exams 1 through 4. And this is the first place you're going to start. And the reason why is in your orientation email, I have asked you to take the first Pellet B practice exam, and I've asked you to take it cold without studying for it. So you're going to click on the Police Test Tutors practice exams, and it houses exams 1, 2, 3, and 4. So click on that, and your job is to take exam 1. So please notice to the left, and I'm going to turn my edit mode off so it looks a little bit more like you, okay? So can you see that here we have post exam 1, and there's 9 of these. And these are the files you're going to open, and you're going to set your watch or timer or phone for 2.5 hours. And you're going to get out a separate sheet of paper and you're going to take this exam. So let me just simulate this for you. I'm going to pretend that I'm taking the exam for the first time. So I'm going to open up exam 1 and there's my sentence clarity. And I'm just going to get out a sheet of paper and I'm going to write down my answers because I'm going to grade it a little bit later. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to go to the spelling. And then when I'm done with that, I'll go to the vocabulary. Okay. And then I'll go to the reading comprehension, and there should be 20 reading comprehensions, and they're numbered. Here's 1 and 2, and etc., okay? But take all the reading comprehension questions that you see and all the reading comprehension files until you get to 20, okay? And then you stop there. You also need to take the Cloze test for post-exam 1. Every file that says post-exam 1 you open and you take. And you're going to stay within your 2.5 hour time. You'll do that, the same thing for post-exam 2, 3, and 4, but don't take those until the instructor, me, tells you to do so because we'll be working together on getting you ready to take exams 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so this is where you take your practice Pellet B exams. They're full-length exams, so they're excellent preparation for you to take for your upcoming real Pellet B test. Okay, so now you're going to, after you take this test, you're going to grade it. And to grade it, you're just going to keep scrolling down to the end where you see answers to post-exam 1 and answers to post-exam 1 police. I think this is ethics or police reports right here. Okay, you're going to grade your own test. And the reason why you're going to grade your own test is I want you to see what you missed. And so that's why you did this on a separate sheet of paper. So you open up the answers to post-exam 1. And of course, I'll have your clarity, which is grammar, your spelling and your vocabulary, and your reading. Notice that there's 20 questions for this exam for reading. And you are going to then grade your Cloze test. So you're going to open up the answers to, oops, I opened up the wrong file. Post-exam 1 Cloze test. I didn't scroll down far enough. Here we go. Here's the answers to that Cloze test. Okay, so the answers to the Cloze test for number 1 are right here. And you just see how you did. Now you might get a different answer, and you can always email me and say, Stevie, I got this answer, but it wasn't in your answer choices. Will it still work? And you can always email me and I'll take a look at that. Okay, so once you're done, you are going to then send me to the link that's in your orientation email, and I'll go ahead and bring it up for you now, just so you know. You're going to write down how many you got right out of how many possible in each section. So once you do that, we're going to go to policetesttutors.com. All of this is in your orientation email, and you see where it says exam results. You click on exam results, and it will tell you what to do. It says give the total right out of the total possible in each section. For example, if you got 12 right and grammar out of 15 total possible, that's how you would put it. So you put your first and last name. I'm just going to go ahead and do a sample here for you. Okay, and my email. You're going to put your email address. I'm just going to put mine, but don't put my email, put yours. Okay, and you get a choice of the exams. You took exam 1. But you'll do the same when you take the other exams. So let's say you got 9 out of 15 right in your grammar. Oops. And maybe spelling, you're not really good in spelling, so maybe you got 6 out of 15 in spelling. And vocabulary, you're better in vocabulary, so you got 12 out of 15. And each test that you take, it will tell you how many points are available in each. Your reading score, maybe you got a 12 out of 20. Okay, and your Cloze score, let's say you got a 28 and out of 40, because there's 40 deletions in test 1 Cloze. All right, and then you're just going to hit submit, and that will go to a database to me. And usually within 24 hours and sometimes 48 hours, I'll get this back to you. I have several students, and they're taking exams all the time. So sometimes I get a lot of requests, but I really do try for exam 1 to get that back to you within 24 hours, because after I do get your scores, I'm going to set you up on a personalized plan, and that will tell you what you do. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit submit here. Okay, so it says thank you for submitting your results. Will be in touch shortly. If the volume's heavy, please allow 1 to 2 days to receive your results. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to Blackboard Learning, and now you have from me an email that says, hey, here's your T-scores for exam 1 that you just took. This is how you did. Here's an analysis of your strengths and weaknesses, and here's a customized plan. So you take your customized plan, and I'll tell you, I want you to do this in grammar, this in spelling, this in vocabulary. So I might have you go into grammar and have you do grammar for an hour. Well, here are the different grammatical concepts that you need to learn to do very well on grammar. So you just start, and you can start with any of these. It's up to you, because when you graded your test, here's a grammar skills matrix. So when you graded your test, you can actually come to this matrix, and I'll have a separate video on this. And you can look up, see here's post-exam 1, and if you missed question 5, well, it was a vague pronoun question, and if you missed question 10, it was that. So look for your errors in this chart, and it goes straight down like this. And it will tell you, there's a lot of fragments on this test. It will tell you if you miss number 7, okay, go back and look at fragments because that's what you need work on. Okay? There was no run-ons on that test, and there was no subject-verb agreement on that test. So you can actually look up and see what you need to do. So let's say you missed several in the fragments. Maybe you missed quite a few in this area. So what you need, what you need to do is you need to come to the fragments one. I really want you to work on all of these. I really want you to work on every concept. But if you know that you miss a lot in a particular area, then you can just identify it. You can go to my sentence fragment lecture, read about that, and then once you do the exercises here, you can actually watch the video that goes over that lecture. Okay? So this is the paper lecture, and this is the video lecture, and it will also give you sample answers. And the same is true for the other skills within the grammar area. Okay? Vague, squinting, and misplaced and dangling modifiers. Again, here's the lecture. And then here's the video that will also give you the answers and further explanation on the lecture. Okay? So that's grammar. But I also want to bring to your attention that I also have grammar practice exams. So if you want to go in and take some extra grammar exams just so you can see how you're doing, then I have 5 grammar exams, and you don't have to take them in any order, and you don't have to talk to me and say, can I take practice exam 1, Stevie, or 2, or 3, or 4. Do these at will. It's all practice. And the same thing here. Here's the 5 areas on the exam for the real Pellet B. You're going to have grammar, spelling, vocabulary, reading comprehension, and cloze. So these are the 5 areas that I teach you. So you've just seen grammar, but here's spelling. And in spelling, we have a practice test, but the big thing is for you to go out to the site I have all my spelling words on. And once you go out to this spelling site, and this is the major one, I have 3 exams that you're going to need. There's about 115 spelling words, and so you need to load all 3 of these tests, okay? All 3 of them. And the same is going to be for vocabulary. I've got a, if you need to work on vocabulary, and you'll tell you in your personalized plan, again, you're going to go out to the link for all these words, and it's going to show you how to do that. And I also have practice tests here, but very important that you learn all the vocabulary words on these flashcards I have. These aren't random words, everybody. It's words that I have created, and then you're going to start your study session, that I have created over 10, 15 years of studying these types of exams. And so here's the flashcards, and you'll say demeanor. And then if you flip the card, it will give you 3 definitions, and then flip the next card to and countenance. Flip the card, it will give you definitions, and keep going. And you study these as much as you can. You can end your session. And then when you're ready to test yourself, let it get back to where it needs to be. Okay? So when you're ready to test yourself, I'll just go back here. Then you can say play a game. Play a game is a euphemism for test. So when you click on the play a game, then you can start the game. In this case, our term, content, okay? And what is content? You have to look and see which one it is. If you would think it's this one, you're going to be right. And now I got 1 out of 2 right, okay? And you just keep going, but notice there's going to be 116 words. So keep going, keep studying, because these words are very important for you to know. And if we go back to this, you also have a couple of vocabulary exams that you can take. And then I also add additional vocabulary words as we go along. So I'm updating these particular areas. Reading comprehension, I have 2 major links that for you to go through. And reading link 1, will take you out to 20 exams with about 3 separate exams in each. So there's about 60 different paragraphs, 20 tests. Very, very good site for studying. And over here is the next one, is our reading. Oops, this is our video on reading, so that will take you out there.
Would you recommend?
So I do some reading videos with you, but what I meant to click on was the second reading link. And that will take you to 50. And these also are excellent to go over as well. Okay? So you might be doing a lot of reading comprehension if in your analysis I tell you that your reading score needs to be improved. And this is the way you'll do it. And these are excellent reading sites for you to do that. Okay, and then I do have reading strategies video that you can watch as well. Cloze practice tests. And everybody needs help in Cloze. Now, these are 5, I believe, that you can take, 5 or 6. And you can just practice, practice, practice. I also provide the answers as well. You will also be given in your orientation video on how to, or actually your orientation email, how to make your own Cloze tests. Now, I have several. I have these plus all the ones that you'll find on your exams. But I recommend that you make your own because you can make them at the level that you're comfortable with. Mine tend to be at the 12th grade, 13th sophomore college level. But if you want to start at a lower level, you can make your own and baby step your way up. And that's perfectly fine as well. And I have directions on how to do that. Okay, when you are about 2 weeks out of taking your actual Pellet B, you're going to go in and take your final exam. The final exam is the toughest test, and it's very, very much like the real test you're going to take. And I tell you how to score your exam, how to send your answers, but your final exam is on this link. Okay? So that's pretty much the heart and soul of the class. You and I will be communicating mostly through email, so when you take that first exam, I'll do your analysis and I'll put you on your plan. And then usually about once a week or once every 2 weeks, unless you email me saying that you're having difficulty with something, and then I will respond to your email and I'll type out in red explanations on what's to help you overcome the hurdle that you're experiencing. So even though you and I may not go one-on-one as far as a face-to-face video or a scheduled time, I am always available by email. My email is thepostexam@gmail.com, so feel free to email me whenever you have a question. You can also text me if something is urgent at 559-287-5182. Well, that's it, folks. Welcome to class once again, and get out there, study hard, and let's make this happen. Take care.